All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Or good evening. Here in Indiana, it's very cold. We are 77 to 8 degrees outside today. So I thought trying to figure out the real story, what the real story behind, babe, it's cold outside. Not many people know that it almost ended a marriage. Frank and Lynn Garland image right here. This is Frank and Lynn. Baby, It's Cold Outside is one of the most controversial pieces in American songbook. Every holiday season, debut rages about whether the song is about a date rape or not. But it seems that everyone has its own opinion. What the song is about? Well, behind the story is this. The creation of its relatively wholesome whole while no one knows what the songwriter Frank would think about his song and is interpreted. He would shred light on the intentions of which seemed to make his wife happy. Frank wrote this song in 1944. By any measure, society was different. In that time frame, then it is now so-called good girls did not succumb to their physical desire unless they were married. Anytime girl, what's going on? At the same time, the men try to pursue them to break their barriers. Well, however, it's unlikely that Frank was trying to seduce a girlfriend, seeing as he was happy married to Lynn Garland, and their marriage seemed to be happy one at a time. And the song was written through what happened behind closed doors. Let's see here. See the full story. Freaking sign up. Oh, hold on. Come you guys up for a second. Let's stop this here. I'll be able to do this. Really? Create account. Oh, really? I always have to ask these questions. Oh. Well, let's see here. I don't know. Books. Choose 3. There we go. No, I do not want that. Forget it. All right. Hold on. I gotta find it again. Let's see if I can just be able to find the real story. Where'd you go? Charge me $5 for getting to it. I'll get into it. Okay, so here we go. I'll do. What I want. Kristen. Okay. I see one, but I'll make sure I have be able to get another one here. Okay. Let's see if I can find it here. History. Here we go. Do I have to? Okay, let's go outside. Let's have his name in it. Okay, so let's do this. I think I found it. Be able to find it. We'll read the story. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. Hey, sports clips. All right. So, the complete controversy history of Baby It's Cold Outside. So, here's what it is. Once a piece of art is released into the world, people are free to debate its meaning of Mertz until the end of time. This is especially, make sure everybody sees it on the other side. Okay. Especially true if the work in question. It's a holiday song, pop back into a public consensus each December. If the song is Baby It's Cold Outside, a 40s era American standard that some modern listeners heard the misgeographic depiction of sexual misconduct. It's because of annual barrage of controversy, radio, bands, and think pieces. In the recent years, arguing about the intention behind Baby It's Cold Outside has become nearly as popular as listening to the song itself. And actually, the two activities connected in December 2018 as the debate as the lyrics and content of Me Too movement reached the cardio. The song cracked a top 10 Billboard digital sales. Now, some enchanting evening, a song that provokes such strong feelings, Baby It's Cold Outside, began fairly innocent. Broadway legend Frank wrote the ditty in 1944 and performed it with his wife, Lynn Garland, at a housewarming party in New York City. And that same year, it was meant to amuse guests and send them on their way at the end of the night. All accounts, people loved it. We had to do it over and over again and became instant parlor room stars. Now, Garland remembers we got invited to the best parties for years on the basis of a baby. What were people responding to on its face? Baby, it's cold outside is a light of flirty song about a romantic evening shared by a man and a woman, or the original sheet music puts it a wolf in a mouse. The man would like the woman to spend the night, and every time the woman makes excuse and heads for the door, he already with a reason why shouldn't stay. So the neighbors might think the woman sings, "Baby, it's bad out there." The man shoots back, saying, "What's in this drink?" she asks. "No cabs to be had out there." He counters, "Baby goes to Hollywood." Well, 1948, March to Garland's turn, Frank sold Baby It's Cold Outside to MGM the following year. The song appeared in a film, Neptune's Daughter, where it serves as a soundtrack a pair of comic scenes involving two couples. In the first, Ricardo Montalban pursues Esther Williams, reinforcing the song tradition gender dynamics. Uh, in the second, Betty Garrett pushes hard for a sleepover with Red Skeleton, flipping the whole thing on its head. Again, on its ate it up. In 1950, Baby It's Cold Outside won Oscar for Best Original Song. The year film came out, numerous well-known duos recording the song, including Doris Day, Bob Hope, Diane Shore, Buddy Clark, Ella Fitzgerald, and Louis Jordan sang was quickly entering the culture, but not without controversy. As of June 1949, Story and Time magazine revealed NBC Radio initially deemed the lyrics too racy and banned the song. Article doesn't suffice exactly what NBC found objectionable, but it was likely a suggestion of sex, not a perceived lack of female consent. Turn of the century turning point. Over the next 50 years, virtually every entertainer with the triumphant to record Christmas music took a turn with Baby It's Cold Outside. Louis Armstrong, Sammy Davis Jr., Anne Margaret, Barry Manilow, Bette Midler, Vanessa Williams, and Tom Jones all got into the wolf and mouse game. As Rolling Stones note, in 2020, the song passed through decades without raising many eyebrows. Search of New York Public Library's archives turned up little to no published criticism of the lyric content. The turning point came in the 2000s after the Will Ferrell and Zoe Deschanel debate in 2003. Beloved Alps and listening began to re-examine Baby It's Cold Outside through the 21st century lens. In 2004, Canada National Post published the article arguing that the song should be banned from airwaves. It seems the man gets the girl drunk amid her prostitution so he can take advantage of her. But the story reads foretelling future interpretation of Frank's lyrics. Bloggers Drew Mackey and Brad Hicks wrote similar pieces in 2005 and 6, respectively. In 2007, Funny or Die video comedian Tess Rafferty and Nick DeLow created a super dark visual compliment for the song. Their version is more about the serial killer than a sexual predator, but as Rafferty told Refiner 29, the video was inspired by realization about the original song. We start calling it the date rape song, but Rafferty said, I thought it was kind of funny that this was sitting out there in the open and no one was talking about it. From there, the text comes fast and the furious. Washington City paper and cracked both poker fun about the dark ways of the lyrics could be construed. By 2012, the tune was being discussed, and highbrow news opinion sites like Salon, which took stock for intensifying Babe uh, and brand its icy at best and worse redemption bad. So they're to be bound to be talk, but pundit lined up to commend the song, and some critics took opposite points of view. In the December 2010, the feminist magazine Persephone published a story, Christy Lauder, aka Slay Bell, titled "Listening While Feminist Film Female in a Different Baby It's Cold Outside." In the piece, Lander argues that the content is critical to understanding the song. Back in the 40s, when Babe was written, it was considered scandalous for an unmarried woman to spend the night with her boyfriend. As Lauder point out, there are nowhere in the lyrics where the woman says she doesn't want to stay over. All of her excuses have to do with what other people, including her father and her maiden aunt, and will say if she doesn't come home. They are having intimate time together, and he far less contained by social expectation, so he can ask her to stay. Lauder writes, "It's always assumed that she'll turn him down, except that she doesn't want." Lauder also tackles the song's most infamous lyrics, saying, "What's in this drink?" Many modern listeners who found the song problematic interpret this as a man drugging the woman cocktail. By Lauder explain, "What's in the drink" was a common joke in the movies of the time. People would use that phrase when they were acting out of character and wanted something to blame for their behavior. But the jokes is always that there is nothing in the drink. Lauder writes, "The drink is exclusive, and the drink is the shield somebody gets to hold up in front of them to protect from criticism." Baby reboot. So the controversy surrounding Baby It's Cold Outside grew louder in 2018 as Me Too movement gained momentum. The December many radio stations around the United States banned the song, though some revised course of complaint from listeners. NBC News spokesman Susan Lesser, daughter of the song author, who said that her late father never intended anything sinister with the lyrics. She added that he would be furious about the song getting axed from the radio station. The same month, Salon Erin Kane seemed to the rolling her eyes as a piece titled "Baby It's Cold Outside" fights it back. But why? As Kane saw to be 70 years song was counterproductive, especially in the larger issue facing the women around the world. She wrote, "The bickering over the song feels less like settling unfinished business and more like wishful thinking for the disargument. The feel more theatric at stake merely chirping song we only had to endure 1 month of the year out of the year. At this point, it's perhaps eventually that a major pop star would rewrite Baby It's Cold Outside for the 21st century. Enter John Lennon, who teamed up with comedian Natasha to write new lyrics emphasizing considering between the man and the woman. When the woman says her mother, "We're sorry, we're worried," the man replies, "I call the car and tell him to hurry." When the woman pondered having one more drink, the man responds with, "It's your body and your choice." Legend recorded the song with Kelly Clarkson, his flute follow judge on The Voice, and properly faced backlash. Some defenders of the original version, including Dean Martin Starter, uh, who's recording Babe. It's among the most enduring. He should write his own song if he doesn't like this one. But don't change the lyric, Dana told Good Morning Britain. It's a classic, perfect song. It should be noted that the legend has no issues with Frank's original lyrics. The song was supposed to be silly. Legend told The Guardian defending his reboot. It wasn't supposed to be peachy at all. Nevertheless, Legend acknowledged that Baby It's Cold Outside has become a war in a fight for the women's rights, and that he supports his revised Baby was a joke, but also not. Legend and Clarkson Babies actually wasn't the first attempt to modernize the lyrics. In 2014, the video blogger Dara Lang served up a feminist approval rendition where within the man played by John Weislet, Couch immediately back off when the woman sings I Really Can't Stay. Pro-consent language continues in 2021 with a scene in Netflix Love Hard within actors Nina and Jimmy charmingly tweak all of the potential trouble lyrics. At that time, plenty of singers continued to cover the original over the last few years. And like Willie Nelson, Laverne, Leanne Romack, and Fantasy CeeLo Green, all are giving the old chestnut a go. But Baby It's Cold Outside probably isn't going anywhere, and neither is the controversy. I expect more apologies, more online outrage, and more, maybe more sensitive controversies about the very real issue underlying disclosure. Hey, Golden, how you doing? So there you go. There's the true story of Baby It's Cold Outside, and it's cold outside right now. But there you are. So I hope you like the story, and go from there. Hey, Ron, what's going on? That's what happens when you get all the people. So, hey, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Ron, thanks for coming. Cody, thanks for coming. Hey, Sports Clip, thanks for coming. Who else came? I know Tommy Girl came. Hey, thanks for all coming. I appreciate it. Hey, Betty, how you doing? So I'll talk to you guys all later. I'll re-download on my TikTok here, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye now.